शांति शांति शांति। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। We chant first two shlokas, which are the invocation shlokas. Page number 7. Together. सर्गस्थिति प्रलय हेतुमचिन्त्य शक्तिं विश्वेश्वरं विदित विश्वमनन्तमूर्तिं निर्मुक्तबन्धनम् अपार सुखाम्बुराशिं श्रीवल्लभं विमलबोधघनं नमामि। यस्य प्रसादादहमेव विष्णुः मय्येव सर्वं परिकल्पितं च इत्थं विजानामि सदात्मरूपं तस्याङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। Acharya has explained this essence of Upanishad in Vakya Vritti Grantha. And the way the text has unfolded, Acharya started with first two shlokas of invocation. Then from stanza 3 to 10 is introduction. Introduction means the student who is qualified and seeking knowledge, and teacher who is qualified and ready to teach. They come together. Then students puts his questions and teacher in brief gives the answer. Tat Tvam Asi Vakyotham Yajjiva Paramatmanoho तादात्म्य विषयम ज्ञानम तदिदम मुक्ति साधनम. So in brief the answer is given. Now there is elaboration. So the elaboration is first Tvam from shloka 11 to 27, and then or 26, and then Tat is explained. Only when the words are clear, there is possibility of further teaching. And this teaching will make sense. The Tat Tvam Asi Maha Vakya will make sense only if these words are properly understood and contemplated upon. So Tat Tvam Asi is not to do japa or repeatedly hear. The meaning should be clear. Then the result of this knowledge is freedom from sorrows. So now we are at shloka number 44. Teacher said that between Tat and Tvam we are going to use Lakshana Vritti. So Tat Tvam Asi Vakya will give the meaning not when direct meaning is taken, but only when implied meaning is taken. Lakshyau tattvam padartha dvau padaya pravardate. Now we are going to continue page number 147. Shloka number 44. आलम्बनतया भाति योऽस्मत्प्रत्ययशब्दयोः अन्तःकरणसम्भिन्न बोधः सत्त्वं पदाभिधः. यह that which is आलम्बनतया भाति, अस्मत् प्रत्यय शब्दयोः आलम्बनतया भाति. Very beautiful the way the words are put. There is something called word, then there is something called thought, and there is something called object. So if I say desk, desk is a word. This word produces a thought, and the object of this word and object of this thought is this desk. So always there are these three things: object, shabda, word, and pratyaya, thought. Vishaya, shabda, pratyaya. When we say I, now forget about desk and pot and all those things. I. So there is I word, aham or asmat shabda. Then there is asmat pratyaya, I thought. And then there is object of I thought and I word. If we have to know how much they think, this is how we realize. They never took anything lightly. We know, even though we use this word I whole our life, if we still haven't analyzed in this way. And if somebody will ask, what is the Vishaya of aham pratyaya, I thought, what is it referring to? We will know only partially. We will not know it completely. So, asmat, pratyaya and shabda. So there are two, that's why dual is there. Pratyaya shabdayoho, asmat pratyaya, asmat shabdayoho. Alambana. Alambana means that which is the object here. So when I refer to myself, what comes to my mind? So generally only body. But for someone who is initiated in Vedic thinking, they know, and this is how we think, that when I die, where will I go? What will happen to me? This question is there. Means we know I am not the body, but this subtle body, which is right now expressing in this body, later it has to go somewhere. So this transmigration journey is evident, is understood. This subtle body, which is understood, taken for granted, asmat pratyaya shabdayoho alambanam, this is associated with some consciousness. and that is said in the second line. Antakarana sambhinna bodha. Bodha means knowledge, consciousness. And what kind it is? Antakarana sambhinna. Antakarana sambhinna means interwoven with inner instrument. Consciousness which is as though mixed with inner instrument. This is called I. In other words, consciousness is there, inner instrument, antakarana, or subtle body, what we call, is also there. And to express, of course, gross body is required. So gross body is only secondary, you just have to add. You don't have to mention it, but it is there, because there is no transaction, no vyavahara possible when there is no gross body. Okay? So gross body has to be there, subtle body has to be there. If these two are there, their cause also has to be there. You cannot say effect is there, cause is not there. Therefore, causal body also you have to add. Those who have studied Vedanta, so Tattva Bodh, so you know we have gross body, subtle body, causal body. So if gross and subtle are included, their cause also has to be there. So when I say I, these three bodies are there. Then you have to include consciousness. So this consciousness is nothing but pure consciousness which is now available mixed with antakarana. Pure consciousness and then mixed with antakarana. This whole package is called I. So you have to remember this way: gross body, subtle body, causal body. Then there is pure consciousness, and then expressed form of consciousness. Expressed form of consciousness is what? You see this hand moving? This is called express form of consciousness. This mouth is talking. This is express form of consciousness. Like what is light? Express form of electricity. Sound is, this amplified sound is express form of electricity. So electricity is one thing. Its expression is different. It is available in different ways. Consciousness, we say, is everywhere. But for its expression to become available, right instrument is needed. So then we end up with total 5 components: gross body, subtle body, causal body, expression of consciousness, and pure consciousness. Because without pure consciousness, expression is not possible. So these 5 put together is I. We never thought that so many things are included in I, even though we refer to ourselves all the time. So first, we should come to this understanding that when I think of myself, means this whole package is included. Like if you are a householder, if somebody is a householder, husband, wife, 2 children, right? So when he says, I am going on vacation, so he doesn't think I am going on vacation means I alone will go on vacation. The whole package has to come. You buy 4 tickets, then you reserve a room for 4 people. You don't say, but I have already calculated my expenses. Oh, where are you all going? So whenever we think of I, if we can think of these 5 in I, then understand I have understood what is Tvam, Vakya. Direct meaning of the word I is clear now. Not because I have studied 43 shlokas, therefore I think I know. When I think of, so this is your meditation sadhana. When I sit down, close my eyes and first think of who is meditating. Instead of thinking on what to meditate, first you think who is sitting here. So say I am sitting. Who is this I? So if I can think, oh, so many things are already involved. Not that body is sitting, therefore I am sitting. So this is first understanding. Direct meaning of the word I. Saha tvam pada avidaha. The precision of words. The greatness, what we should appreciate is all these things also. How clearly they, like these surgeries, now robots, they do microsurgery, fine things, everything with precision. Those people who are in diamond business, that everything is so precise, that diamond should be cut this way, that way, then shine will be maximum. In our Vedanta, what is I thought and I word? Precision. So nothing should be here and there. Sattvam Padavida. Okay. Now Tat Pada. Mayopadhir Jagadyonihi सर्वज्ञत्वादिलक्षणः पारोक्षशबलः सत्यादि आत्मकस्तत्पदाभिदः. Tatpada avidaha. So the direct meaning of the word tat, that is what Mayopadihi Jagadyoni. So now, what is the, see, individual's conditioning we can understand, gross body, subtle body, causal body, because we are familiar. What is God's conditioning? Mayopadi. Maya is his upadhi. This is the Shakti. So, in the earlier discussion, it was said that because of which it is material cause and efficient cause and all things, right? So this is where in one talk I pointed out, it is only due to Maya that Paramatma becomes Jagat Karanam, cause of this universe, not without Maya. So therefore, Mayopadhi, Maya is the Upadhi of Paramatma. And this is the Sampurna Shaktita, the strength, the power is due to this. Power in the form of power to know, power to control, power to do everything. Sampurna Shaktita. So Mayopadi. Then second is Jagadyoni. Jagadyoni means cause of the creation. That which is the origin. Yoni means origin. Origin of creation. So creation begins with this. Tatpada means God, you call, or Ishvara. Jagadyoni. And sarvajñatvadi lakshana, that which is of the nature of sarvajña. So sarvajñatvam, pareshatvam, this shloka we have seen. Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, sarvajñatva adi lakshana. So it has, so that which has Maya as its conditioning, that which is the origin of creation, means material cause. Whenever origin of creation is pointed out, that means it is material cause, primarily. Why do I emphasize material cause part? If you think of religion and philosophy, I mean, I am trying to make it simple for understanding. In religion, most religions, what is the idea? God is somewhere sitting there, right? In seventh heaven, seventh world. We say seventh world, Brahmaloka. We call seventh heaven. It's the same word. Or you say Saketa, Brahmaloka, Vaikuntha, Kailasa, whatever word you want to use. So, God is there. From there, He is controlling everything. In all religions, God is accepted as omniscient and omnipotent. He is all powerful. But His omnipresence means not that we are also there and He is also there. Not that way. God alone is appearing as all these names and forms. Like we say, wood alone is appearing as desk. Wood alone is appearing as table, furniture, chair. Like that, God alone is appearing as world. This is possible only if God is material cause. So, if I say I follow religion, I will accept God and I will accept that God is all-knowing, almighty. But if I say I want to meet God, they'll say you have to go somewhere. Not available here. In philosophy, in Vedanta, you move one step further. God is available as the whole universe. And this is where I have to push my intellect. I have to force my thinking in this direction. So temple going is easy because I can have one form and I see God there. Then from ground floor you come to this floor. Then you go to meditation. That I dwell on this. So that's why in the word, when we say cause, emphasis is on material cause. In fact, Srimad Bhagavatam begins with this word. It doesn't say God is only creator sitting away from the world. God is creator who has become world. Janmadhyasya yataha. So, that which is having Maya as its conditioning, material cause of this creation, which is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, And Paroksha Shabala. Paroksha Shabala means the remoteness is associated with God. In our mind, that which is always understood as par. This is called Paroksha. Parokshatva means remoteness. Paroksha Shabala. Shabala means conditioning. Endowed with the conditioning of remoteness. What a wonderful thing. See, conditioning as a tangible thing can be understood, right? So if you say, who is a Swami? The one who has conditioning of orange clothes. This is called Swami. It's a simple way of understanding. Who is a Brahmachari? The one who has conditioning of yellow clothes. He is a Brahmachari. But conditioning of distance, remoteness. So we say that is seen in sun. Sun with the conditioning of remoteness appears to be 6 inches tall. You can see sun. How big is sun? This much. Why? Because it is far. The moment you remove that conditioning, it will be huge. So remoteness also can be conditioning. Paroksha Shabala. Satyadhyatmakaha. Next word is Satyadhyatmakaha. Satyadi Atmakaha means that which has Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. This is its real nature. So which has Maya as its conditioning and its real nature is Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Satyadhyatmakaha means this. So it is original consciousness. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. With Maya as its upadhi. Maya is subtle conditioning and also expresses as causal conditioning which expresses as subtle and gross. Maya is called Karana Upadhi, causal. Another word is primordial matter, from which comes subtle matter and gross matter. So consciousness, which is existence, infinite, with Maya as its causal conditioning, which expresses as subtle and gross conditioning. It means total subtle universe, total gross universe. When we say God, these things should come to our mind. When we say I, those 5 things should come to our mind. So, in those 5 things, how we said subtle causal body, gross body, or gross, subtle, causal, pure consciousness and expressed consciousness. In the same way here, we will have 5 things. Causal, gross universe, subtle universe, causal universe. Then pure consciousness and expressed form of consciousness. And that expressed consciousness is same as expressed existence. That's why everything in the world is recognized as is. Whatever is there is known as chair is, table is, person is, light is, camera is. This isness is everywhere. Paroksha Shabala Satyadhyatmakaha Tatpada Avidaha. This is the meaning of the word Tat. Okay? So, Tvam has 5. Gross subtle causal body, pure consciousness, express consciousness. Here we have gross subtle causal universe, pure existence, expressed existence. Okay? So in this way we have 5. Now, the next stanza says, if the Tat Tvam Asi statement says, put this Tat and Tvam together, will they go together or not? So, in the next stanza, Pratyak Parokshataikasya Sadvidiyatva Purnata Virudyate yatastasmat Lakshana sampravartate. Pratyak parokshata ekasya. One is pratyak, means innermost. Another is paroksha, remote. So, one means aham, I is close. God is remote. Pratyak parokshata ekasya. Sadvitiyatva purnata. And on the other hand, also one is sadvitiya. Sadvitiya means many are there. Or another word is paricchinnatva. Parichinna means finitude. This is ingrained in my head. Because whenever I think of myself, I, mine, you, yours. This comes as a package. This limitation is there in our thinking. So, sadvitiyatva in our case, and in God's case, purnata, infinitude. So, there is no conditioning. Conditioning means there is no limitation. Purnatva is there. So, these things are opposite. In my case, I am here. In God's case, He is far. In my case, I am finite. In God's case, He is infinite. So, sadvitiyatva, advitiyatva, pratyak, parokshata. In this way, when I see, when I understand, then because of this there is contradiction, virodha. And therefore, tat and tvam, in direct meaning, they are contradictory. Tasmat, therefore, we will take lakshana, implied meaning. So, this is a way of understanding lakshana. And directly, you cannot take implied meaning if direct meaning makes sense. Only if direct meaning does not make sense, and that I cannot discard, I cannot ignore the statement, then only I have to find different ways in which I should understand the statement. If the statement is uttered by a little child whom we don't take seriously, or if the statement is uttered by some crazy fellow, they just say, forget it. But if the statement is said by Upanishad Rishi and there is seeming contradiction, Because it is said by Upanishad Rishi, I cannot ignore it. Because they are serious. And at the same time, direct meaning doesn't make sense. Therefore, I have to find ways to understand that statement. This method is called Lakshana, implied meaning. Now, what is Lakshana? The Acharya himself gives definition in next sloka. The beautiful definition. मानांतर विरोधेतु मुख्यार्थस्य परिग्रहे मुख्यार्थेनाविना भूते प्रतीतिर्लक्षणोच्यते. Lakshana uchyate. What? Pratiti. Pratiti means understanding. Pratiti here means understanding. Cognition. What did you understand? So, for example, if somebody says, Swamiji, this Tat Tvam Asi is not very clear. Please throw some light on this. So I'll say, okay, bring some flashlight. Throw some light means how do we understand? Means explain it little more. Bring some more understanding to us. So when we say throw some light, direct meaning is throwing some light. Implied meaning is making it clear. Very simple. In the olden days, they used to say, Ghritam vai ayu. Ghee is your life. Means longevity. How long you will live will depend upon ghee. Now also, they look at it in the same way. But what it means is, life is equivalent to ghee. This is how it was. Ghritam vai ayu. But that does not mean, oh, I have so many liters or kilos of ghee, therefore I like it. How much you can process, how much you can digest, etc. So each statement is understood properly. When direct meaning doesn't make sense, but if it is uttered by some wise people, I know how to interpret that. This is called Lakshana. So here definition is given. What is that? Mukhyarthasya parigrahe, when I try to take the main meaning, means direct meaning or primary meaning, this is a better word. Primary meaning when I try to take, mukhya arthasya parigrahe, manantar virodhe. Then at that time what happens? Another pramana is going to contradict me. So one means of knowledge tells me something, another means of knowledge tells me something else. This is called mana. Mana means pramana. Manantar means another pramana. Virodhe, producing contradiction. So Mukhyarthasya parigrahe manantar, very technical shloka. When direct meaning or primary meaning is taken, then at that time, other means of knowledge, when it produces contradiction, anantar virodhe, mukhya arthena avinabhute. Then what you do, the primary meaning you cannot take. Why? Because there is contradiction with another means of knowledge. And therefore, I should take that which is associate of the primary meaning. This is called Mukhya Artha Avinabhuta. This Avina Bhava is also, Vina means without. You know, in Hindi and all you use this. Bina. Vina. So, Avinabhuta means that it cannot be there without its companion. This is called Avinabhuta. Like at some places, husband and wife, they always go together. So they are called Avinabhuta. So yatra yatra wife asti, tatra tatra husband api asti. So wherever wife is, husband is also there. Or we put another way, wherever husband is, wife is. So Rama and Sita, or Rama and Lakshmana, even more, Avinabhuta. So if one is there, other has to be there. This is how it was. Now, we and our cell phone, this is Avinabhava. Wherever we are, our cell phone is. And wherever cell phone is, there we are. So when you cannot take primary meaning, then take the corresponding associate, which is always there. That is what is referred. That is called secondary meaning. That is lakshana, implied meaning. Now, to give an example, I will give the example which we can use later also. Okay, it will be easier. In India right now, it is mango season. Everywhere there will be mango. Now, if somebody says, did you eat mango or do you want to eat mango? And we say, yes, I want to eat mango. Right? So, we understand that eating mango means remove the skin, remove the seed and just give the pulp. If somebody says, you want to eat pineapple, I saw downstairs, Yes, I want to hear. So you cannot eat that way. Eating pineapple means you have to remove lot of things. Secondary meaning you have to take, not primary meaning. Primary meaning covers that big skin also. So there has to be some elimination. In different kind of statements, like if somebody says, when are you arriving? So, if I have a flight, so when I arrive means flight is arriving, in that flight I am also there. How did you come? I flew. I flew means what? We don't fly. So everyone understands these things. So they say, add something to that statement. So in some statements, you have to remove something, like this pineapple skin, etc. In some cases, you have to add something to make the meaning clear, but you cannot randomly add anything. Flying means airplane only you have to add. I flew, and then you say ship, cruise ship. So cruise ship and flying don't go together. So appropriately we understand and life goes on. So teacher says in Tat Tvam Asi also, appropriately whatever that you need to add, whatever you need to subtract, you do that and understand. Okay? So when primary meaning is not making sense because of some contradiction, like how can you fly? So they'll look to where are your wings and all. So you say, this is how. This is lakshana, implied. Okay? In Tat Tvam Asi Vakya, now which lakshana we have to use? So, let us read the stanza, then I will tell you what lakshanas are there. Okay? Tat Tvam Asyadi Vakyeshu Lakshana Bhaga Lakshana Soyamityadi Vakyastha Padayorivanapara Tattvamasyaadi Vakyeshu Lakshana Bhaga Lakshana. So Bhaga Lakshana is otherwise also known as Bhaga Tyaga Lakshana. Partial elimination and partial retention. One bhaga you remove, one bhaga you keep. In Soyam, in Tat Tvam Asi Vakya, you have to use this Bhaga Tyaga Lakshana, otherwise known as Bhaga Lakshana. And if you want to impress people, then you say Jahada Jahal Lakshana. There is one Jahal Lakshana, there is one Ajahal Lakshana, and there is Jahada Jahal Lakshana. So, Bhaga Lakshana is, okay, he knows something. So, Jahada Jahal Lakshana, oh, he knows a lot. Jahat, Jahati means where you give up something. Ajahat means where you don't give up something. And Jahat, Ajahat means where you give up something and don't give up something together. So Bhaga Lakshana is Jahada Jahal Lakshana. Actually Vedanta is standing on these things, okay? These principles. How to use Lakshana. First of all, what is method of superimposition and negation? Adhyaropa apavada. These are all technical terminologies. But simple thing is, like you eat pineapple or you eat banana. So banana, how do you eat? So everyone understands. Unless you are a cow, you take along with the skin, you have to remove the skin. I ate 3 bananas. So that means remove the skin. Don't be surprised, brahmacharis and all, they eat. And in India, bananas are also small, not like your giant size bananas. So, Tat Tvam Asi Vakya uses this Bhaga Lakshana or Bhaga Tyaga Lakshana. So, the student says, teacher, give us an example. So, teacher says, Soyam Ityadi Vakyastha Padayoho Iva. Soyam Ityadi Vakyastha Padayoho Iva Bhaga Lakshana. Na apara, not the other kind. Not any other kind, but like Soyam. So Soyam is a famous statement in our Vedanta. Soyam Devadatta. Our Acharyas, whenever they have to talk about some strange person, some third person, so how in English we use the phrase, Tom, Dick and Harry. So any Tom, Dick and Harry means someone you are talking about. Like that in Sanskrit they say, Devadatta, Yajnadatta, Vishnadatta. These are Tom, Dick and Harry. You can use Devadatta, Somadatta, Vishnadatta, Yajnadatta. They have some names. So suddenly if you see literature and some Devadatta name, they never talked about who this Devadatta is. So don't get surprised. Anyone. So now a simple story like thing you can use. So in the olden days, when you might have met someone in your childhood, in school, So in school when you see someone, so that person, you used to go to their house, let us say, and you see this fellow, doesn't even know how to put shirts buttons properly, crisscross, second button and third hole, that is how he is put, and has running nose half the time. And looking here and there, moving around. And then you complete school, you go to college, that fellow also completes school, goes to college. Then suddenly you come to master. And you see somebody giving pravachan. And you say, this person sounds familiar. Who is this? I have heard about this voice is familiar. Or the way he does some things, because there are some people, their hand movement and all, there are some striking ones. I say, his features look very familiar. Who is this? But now, no hairs, all hairs are gone probably. Big belly is there. Earlier it was different. Now he is not in any jeans pant or shorts or anything. Now he is wearing sannyasi's clothes. And you are curious. You say, who is this person? So you ask someone who was your school friend even that time, and he happens to be in the audience. Says, come here. You remember we used to go to that person's house? Yes, yes. The boy used to be there who didn't know how to put on his shirt buttons also properly. Yeah. This is that. He has become Swami now. So then they say he went to Banaras, he studied in Kashi, Sanskrit he studied, Vedas he studied, Vedanta he studied, now he is Acharya. Oh. So this Soyam, this is that, this person that I see right now is none other than that I knew at that time, in that place, with that condition. Now, time is different, place is different, conditioning is different. Tad desha, tad kala. Etad desha, etad kala. But with these differences also, how the statement, this is that, the statement gives a meaning because I am able to remove the conditionings of both. Of the same person, time, space, conditionings can be dropped, here also they can be dropped, and the net is taken. And I say, oh, got it. So that Devadatta, now, you can call Devananda or Dattananda, whatever. This is him now. And many times, with our acharyas, these things happen because people have seen them in different clothes earlier, and then they see them in different clothes, and sometimes they don't know the name properly. The names also change. So earlier, Purvashram name is different, Brahmacharyashram name is different, Sannyasashram name is different. Colors of the clothes and hair colors also, if the hairs remain, otherwise that changes. They put on weight also. Everything changes. So then says, oh, who is this? Who is that? I say, this is that. So like that, this consciousness that I have understood, which is the implied meaning of the word I. So removing gross body, subtle body, causal body and expressed form of consciousness, but that pure consciousness which remains, that alone is free from the gross universe, subtle universe, causal universe and the expressed form of existence. What remains is this existence, that is this consciousness here. This is equated. So this is how actually it is revealed in 6th chapter of Chandogya Upanishad. Exactly how it is presented. That's why I said consciousness on I part and existence on universe part. Chandogya Upanishad teaches in this way that existence called Sat, Sadeva Somya, Idamagra Asi, Ekam Eva Advitiyam. One without the second, non-dual existence alone was this entire universe. And from that came this creation. By knowing that, you will know all. So the student is asking the question, where should I go now to look for that existence? So teacher says, that existence you are. You are that. Don't look for anywhere. And by knowing this, I will know that I am infinite. And therefore, all my limitations, all my problems will be eliminated. In this way, Bhaga Lakshana or Bhaga Tyaga Lakshana should be understood. So, Soyam Devadattaha Ityadi Vakyastha Padayoho Iva. Like how the words of this is that Devadatta, how do you understand this is that, like that thou art should be understood. So did you understand what is going on in these slokas now? What Upanishad is trying to say is, as I explained earlier, I consider myself as Swami Bodhatmananda. And there is this strong identification with this identity that I am this alone. Now this Swami has all limitations and problems. Means even if I say, no, I will stay away from this problem, I will stay away from that problem. The body is there, you cannot deny. Sense organs are there, you cannot deny. So with body comes old age, disease, all these problems. Sense organs are there. Mind is there, intellect is there, it will have its own ups and downs. Then unknown prarabdha is going to function. So, my idea that I am this Swami, this is deeply rooted. Upanishad comes and says, no, you are not this. You are reality, consciousness only. All this is upadhi. This is a package. So just as when I am wearing coat, I don't think I am that coat. I have to hang this. Ahankara is a coat. Sureshwaracharya says, Ahankara is a kanchuka. Coat. Every morning, I put it on. And when I go to bed, you have to remove coat. So this is upadhi. So, when I think of myself, I have to tell myself, I am only consciousness. Everything else is not. This is what is expected. For this, you do everything else. You do seva, you do bhajan, you do chanting, you do studies, you study vyakarana, tarka, whatever you want to study. Purva Mimamsa. Then you study Vedanta, you study Prakarana Grantha, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, everything. You come to this understanding. And then only when we know this, we realize how quiet our mind should be. That's why, when we see some people coming or they are going, somebody getting up, something doing that, total shanti. And then sometimes I think, when Gurudev studied under Tat Tvam Asi Maharaj, when he came, and if he would see, somebody gets up there, somebody has, he would have shouted at people. Because mind is, what Gurudev used to say, I'll give you an example. If somebody has to do a painting on water, how that water should be still. Let's say you start doing painting, somebody comes and puts a stone, all the ripples and everything comes. Gone. So when teacher's job is to paint this word picture on the mind of student, which is like water. This example here. That's why in our class and all in the Sandipani, you sit down, you are not moving here and there until Acharya gets up. So then that discipline is there. Now those who have come with greater discipline, it is easy for them. So then in that mind, I am consciousness, this thought is immediately grasped. And they are able to hold on to this. Otherwise mind is running here, there. Right? See, the joy of this is also different. Joy is not only in gross objects, food, clothes, all the car, and that is joy. It is another joy. If some music concert is going on, right? And those who are enjoying music, they are sitting, and some another going on, band here, somebody's phone is ringing. They say, what is this? Now go out. You want to enjoy this. Which swara is going on and what is happening. So that quiet mind should. Okay, if football game is going on. If people understand that more now. And power goes. You are watching on TV and suddenly power goes. How do you feel? So actually, when Vedanta teaching is going on and mind goes out, is as good as power gone. Okay, so Tat Tvam Asi is understood. Now teacher says, it's good that you understood. You have to keep attending classes. Don't think with the yajna everything is over. He only says in the next program. Aham brahmeti vakyartha bodho yavat dridhi bhavet shamadhi sahitastavat abhyas Abhyase Shravanadikam. Aham Brahma iti Vakyartha Bodha. Bodha here is knowledge. Bodha word earlier is used in the form of consciousness also. Here it is knowledge. Yavat, so long as or until Aham Brahma iti Vakyartha Bodha Dridhi Bhave. This Bodha, this knowledge should become firm, Dridha. Means what? That whenever the word aham, I, is used, or when I think of myself, I should think of myself as consciousness, not as a person. And this consciousness is Brahma, means is infinite. Until this equation becomes natural, keep studying. So never think that I understood everything. The moment the I idea comes, do I think of myself as consciousness or not? It is as simple as, if I say red rose, what comes to your mind? Do you have to struggle or it is natural? Elephant. How easily elephant form comes to my mind? Like that, I means consciousness. It should be that spontaneous. Until that point, what should we do? Shamadhi sahitastavat abhyaset shravanadikam. Continue your shravanam, mananam, nididhyasana. Means attend classes. Shravanam means that. Mananam means attend study groups. Discuss with like-minded people. And nididhyasana means take some time out from your busy life, sit down quietly and think over it. Attend classes, study groups, discuss with like-minded people and take time out. Keep all other priorities aside. This is Shravanam, Maranam, Nididhyasanam. And while you are doing this, continue to have Shama Dama, means all those qualities which are mentioned or you already have, make sure you don't lose them. Means continue to have Shraddha, continue to have Titiksha. Uparama means don't add more responsibilities, keep them at bay. Enough. Shamadhi sahitastavat abhyase shravana. So this is a oft quoted shloka. This is a gem. Means how should I continue to live my life thereafter? And then people may ask, Swamiji, so many Upanishads are there, which Upanishad I should study? Or should I study more Upanishads or one Upanishad or two Upanishads are enough? So it is like this. In your house, how many mirrors do you need to see your face? Why is it? How many do you have? Too many. This way if I look, mirror. That way if I look, mirror. Back mirror, front mirror, and the front and back both sideways. So you can see each aspect of your physical personality. Then you know if you are putting on weight this side or this side. Like that, one Upanishad is enough to reveal my nature. But if I want to know more of my glory, then I can have more Upanishads. In simple terms. As I said, if you are a very analytical person, then you will also analyze in this Upanishad it is said this way, in that Upanishad it is said that way. So how to put this and that together? It is all too much. If you are that kind of person and you love this study and scholarship and everything, and you want to discuss with people, or if you become Acharya of Vedanta course, then you better know these things. Because then all such doubts will be there in students' mind, you should be able to resolve them. If you happen to meet other scholars, other swamis, then also you should know. Because if they talk and you have no idea what they are talking, that also you don't worry. So then they study more and they should. I tell students, those who take this path for full time in their life, I said, if you won't do, then who will do? Others are busy. You only have to study. Who will continue this lineage of scriptures and teaching? Everyone is interested in their family lineage. But Guru Shishya Parampara, with Shastra, the amount of literature Bhagavan Shankaracharya has written, if we can even read in this life, that is enough. We are not expected to write anything new. Whatever he has written, just read, understand, plenty. So that much we can do. Keep doing. Shamadhi sahitas abhyaset shravanadikam. Now, what happens? So, result of this knowledge in the life of this person, Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti, that is given in next two shlokas. Shrutyacharya prasadena drudho bodho yada bhavet nirasta shesha samsara nidana purushastada yada when Shruti Acharya prasadena bodha dridha bhavet. When with the grace of scriptures and teacher, these two will always go together. If you read Bhagavan Shankaracharya's work, Shruti means Upanishad and Acharya, Guru. They are a combo. You cannot have Shruti without Guru. Means don't attempt to study Shastra without teacher. And Acharya who doesn't teach Shastra, they are good, they will not become Guru. Acharya who does not teach Shastra, you can do Namaskar, you can do their darshan. Study, you have to go to someone who teaches Shastra. That's why Shruti and Acharya will be together only. In Upanishads it is said, Shruti says, go to Acharya. Acharya will teach Shastra. This is what I said the other day. GPS, Guru Parampara and Shastra. You have Guru Parampara along with Shastra. They will go together. So, Shrutyacharya prasadena, by their grace and blessings, yada, Bodha Dridha Bhavet. Did you catch something here? Some interesting thing Bhagavan Shankaracharya has mentioned. He says, when the knowledge becomes firm. In the previous shloka also he mentioned, until the knowledge becomes firm. Means what? Knowledge will take place and then there will be a time for the knowledge to become firm. It's a gradual process. So, it's not that the day when the knowledge takes place, it has to be firm only. And you cannot say until the knowledge has become firm that it has not taken place. Because he himself says, until the knowledge becomes firm, means knowledge is there but it is not dridha. So then you do something so that it becomes dridha. Did you catch this? See, these things, his words tell us how the sadhana will be. So process of realization is not that on one day, particular day, suddenly it is all or none. This is how generally we understand. In some cases, they might say these things also, but you have to understand it differently. But actually it is a gradual process. This is why Gurudev said unfoldment. Self-unfoldment. Because it is not that suddenly in that lecture or in that Shravanam, the full knowledge takes place. Knowledge is taking place step by step. This building is constructed, right? Is it possible that last night you drive by, nothing is there. This morning you come, suddenly the whole building is there. It has its blueprint. Then slowly everything is coming up. Some lumber comes, some steel comes, cement comes, bricks come, everything glass. Slowly some construction is there, some more is there, some more. Then full construction is done. Like that, from many janmas we have started this process. In some janma, some vairagya came. In some janma, some shamadama came. Somewhere shraddha came. Then we came across some shastra. Then we said, okay, at least let me start part-time. So you attend. Then what happens is, this person attends one lecture in a year. All the way at the back, sitting near the door. As soon as Purnamada is the first one to go. He said, this year's quota is over. He said, one is too less. I can attend 2, then 3, then 4. Then slowly the seat comes forward. Then they actually start buying books. Most people, they don't want to show that they are carrying spiritual books with them. And in particular Gita and all. Because people will ask, what happened? Why you are reading Gita now? So they don't buy books. And writing notes to forget it. Everything I have here. Why I should write? Everything is given. Then slowly they realize at the end, after 2 months or 3 months, if somebody will ask, do you remember this text was covered or this chapter? Nothing comes to mind. Then they realize I should take some notes also and go home and look at them. If I can read, otherwise ask someone, can you read what I have written? And make some sense out of it. So then gradually person becomes clear in his knowledge. So this Dridha Bodha is a gradual progression. Aneka janma samsiddha. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, over many lives this person becomes established in this knowledge. So some jivas, they begin their life with purva samskaras. Yada bodha shruti acharya prasadena dhrudo bhavet, then tada purusha, this person, nirasta ashesha samsara nidana, then he becomes free from all the limitations of the samsara. Free from all the limitations of samsara. And vishirna karya karana bhuta sukshmairanavrutah vimukta karma nigada sadya eva vimuchyate. Then sadya eva vimuchyate, instantly he is liberated. Means while he is living, he is understood, I am not gross body, I am not subtle body, I am not causal body. He is called vishirna karya karana. Karya means effect, means gross body. Karana means subtle body. Vishirna means decayed or reduced identification is called vishirna. So one whose identification gradually reduces from gross body and subtle body means mind, etc. Bhuta sukshma is anavrata. Then even subtle bodies he doesn't identify with. Subtle body is made up of subtle elements. That's why bhuta sukshma is anavrata, uncovered by subtle elements, freed from the shackles of karma. Vimukta karma nigada. Nigada means the fetters of karma. Means doership, enjoyership, etc. He is able to eliminate. This is not me. Vimukta karma nigada sadya eva vimuchyate. Jivan eva mukta. This Jivan Mukti is from the standpoint of ignorant people. From the wise person's standpoint, he is Nitya Mukta, he is not Jivan Mukta. I am Brahman. Jivan Mukti is Ahankara is free now. Remember, Ahankara is never free. Okay, I don't need to tell you too many things now. This much is enough for now. That is the yajna we have to conclude. So, he is free from public eyes. His knowledge is I am Brahman. He was ever free. So, vimukta karma nigara sadhya vimuchyate. Now what happens? As long as prarabdha karma is there, he is going to continue. So that is said in the next shloka now. Prarabdha karma vegena jivan mukto yada bhavet kinchit kalamanarabdha karma bandhasya samkshaye. Anarabdha karma bandhasya samkshaye, when anarabdha karma bandha, so those karmas which have not started, means karmas are three types: sanchita karma, agami karma and prarabdha karma. Now these are all Vedanta 101. So that other classes if you are attending, then you will know. So of these karmas, sanchita karma and agami karma, they are called anarabdha karma. Karmas which have not started giving result, they are gone. Samkshaye, when they are eliminated, only prarabdha karma is remaining. So this prarabdha karma Prarabdha karma vegena yada kinchit kalam jivan mukto bhave. Then what happens? For some time he will continue to remain as jivan mukta. Why? Because those karmas they have already started giving result, means body is there, so he will continue to live. So it is not that as soon as ignorance is destroyed, he will die. Imagine if as soon as your ignorance is destroyed, if you had to die. So on first day of Vakya Vritti, some wickets would go. In class itself, some. The second day, some more. Third day, some more. By seventh day, all liberated. So then nobody would come for Jnana. And Acharya also should have been dead because he is already known the truth. So either he knows it, then he should be dead, or he doesn't know because he is still alive. So then if he doesn't know, then why is he teaching? So our Upanishad, they say, no. He can know and he still can be alive in order to teach this because his prarabdha is going. And prarabdha of different Mahatmas can be different. So they will express in whichever way they have to express. Then prarabdha karma is over, then the body will drop. So that is said now in the final shloka, last one. Nirastat ishayanandam Vaishnavam paramam padam Punaravrittirahitam Kaivalyam pratipadyate Kaivalyam pratipadyate. So once the body is also done, then nirasta atishayananda. This word, earlier this word had come. Where happiness, where there is no gradation. Atishaya word came, I explained. Nirasta, free from any gradation of happiness. Vaishnavam paramam padam, the supreme abode of Lord Vishnu. Vaishnavam paramam padam, abode of Vishnu means abode which is Vishnu. Okay? So that Paramatma Tattva, Tad Vishnu paramam padam. So this is mentioned in Kathopanishad also. That this supreme is Purusha, is Vishnu Padam, is Param Padam. Punaravritti Rahitam, where there is no coming back, Kaivalyam Pratipadyate. He attains this Kaivalya, means that which is free from all divisions, all dualities, that truth he attains, he or she, whoever. So they had attained it while living itself. But body was there, and body drops, everything is complete. This way, Jivan Mukti and Videk Mukti, this is the result of this knowledge. While living also, I am free, hereafter also I am free. With this, the teaching is complete, our Jnana Yajna is complete. This morning we completed the morning talks on Kishtindra Kanda, selected portion, and here we complete Vakya Vritti. Okay. So we dedicate this to Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya and Pujya Gurudev and the entire Guru Parampara. And I want to thank all of you for coming and attending. In particular, I want to thank Dwarkaji and Acharya Shashiji for hosting me in their house. and taking wonderful care, and also all the people who have offered dikshas and all. Thank you. You all know that I am going to be in Mumbai teaching the next Vedanta course. So if you happen to come to Mumbai, you are most welcome. From July onwards, I should be there. In fact, I am conducting 2 weeks camp in July in Mumbai on Naishkarmya Siddhi. Sureshwaracharya is there. First part I will be covering. So if you happen to be in Mumbai or in India and you are interested, you can come. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Please sit down.
Hurry up, please sit down for